Most people in Queens know not to take the shortcut behind 4th Avenue. They say the distance between the two ends of the alley isn't always the same. Martin Finch didn't believe them, until the streetlights behind him started to vanish. Martin was a middle school history teacher who lived a quiet, predictable life. He believed in facts, dates, and the solid laws of reality. But one late night, when he ran out of milk and light bulbs, he decided to save 5 minutes by ducking into that narrow passage between the brick buildings. As soon as he stepped inside, the city died. The sounds of the cars and the distant hum of New York just stopped. It became dead silent. The darkness in the alley wasn't normal. It was thick and heavy, like walking into black soup. When Martin turned back, he saw the alley entrance with its familiar streetlight, but it was suddenly hundreds of yards away. He started walking back toward it, but the entrance just got smaller and smaller, like it was shrinking into a pinprick of light. Then, it vanished completely. He was in total, perfect darkness. He couldn't see his own hand in front of his face. His phone's light was useless. The beam was swallowed up before it could hit a wall. Then he heard it. A slow, dragging sound, like someone pulling a heavy sack over wet concrete. A smell hit him, the scent of wet dirt and rotten flowers, like a fresh grave opened in the rain. He knew, deep in his bones, that he wasn't alone. "Who's there?" he whispered. His voice didn't echo. It was just muffled by the blackness. The dragging sound got closer. Something cold and dry, like old parchment, brushed the back of his neck. He spun around, but there was nothing to see. Then a shape appeared. It was a tall, ragged shadow that seemed to be made of the dark itself. It had no face, just a slow, swirling patch of deeper black where a head should be. A feeling of terrible, ancient loneliness radiated from it. A voice vibrated in his head, sounding like a dead subway train grinding on rusted tracks. "You are lost," it groaned. "You have drifted. Now you drift forever." Suddenly, pictures flashed in his mind. People from other times, a man with a lantern, a woman in a Victorian dress, all of them who had taken a wrong turn and vanished, forever lost in this drift. The shadow reached for him with a long, spindly arm, and Martin felt a coldness start to seep into his chest. He felt his own memories, his name, his home, the faces of his students, starting to dissolve. In pure panic, his teacher's brain took over. He reached for the only thing he could think of that was solid and real: the law. "Article 1, Section 1, he shouted, his voice shaky but loud. "All legislative powers herein granted shall be vested in a Congress of the United States." The shadowy hand paused. The swirling in its face seemed to stutter. It hated the order of the words. It hated the structure of reality. "Section 2, Martin yelled, closing his eyes and focusing only on the words. "The House of Representatives shall be composed of members chosen every second year by the people." He kept reciting, walking backward into the void, shouting about senators and impeachment. He wasn't on the alley pavement anymore. His back hit something hard, a door. Above it, a faint, sickly green light glowed from an exit sign. With one last shout, he shoved the door open and fell through. He wasn't in the alley. He was in the basement hallway of his own school, lying on the clean linoleum floor. The door behind him was the old rusted boiler room door that had been locked for decades. Martin never got his cookies that night. Now, he never goes out after dark. He takes the long way, always staying directly under the streetlights. But sometimes, when he looks out his window at night, the shadows between the buildings look a little too deep. And if he listens too closely, he thinks he can hear a soft, dragging sound right outside his door. Waiting for him to forget. Waiting for him to drift away.